You're watching Morning Mix, and it's time for our Wealth Wednesday segment. Many investors care deeply about giving back to their communities, and they often do so through traditional monetary gifts.
And we are joined by certified financial planner and just a great person in general, Will Rogers, to talk about strategies to make the most donations to charity.
Happy to be here.
Oh, yeah.
If it's to the local pet rescue area or different other organizations, there's some great charities, and I just want folks to be able to get the biggest bang for their buck when they're given.
Yes, sir.
And it's a lot to think about as we head into the year, too. And thanks for bringing Baxter along. Look at him in his cute bandana.
Cutie.
You have to point that out. He's so
just
cute.
Chilling.
Oh, yeah.
Well, while cash can just be easy and convenient to support nonprofits, there are strategies that we need to keep in mind. What are some main principles here?
All right, when we're looking at it, one of the things you want to think about is, perhaps giving appreciated securities. Stocks that are up can work really well. Having a charitable trust is something that can have that donations going for a long time. Donations through your employer, and then also qualified charitable distributions from an IRA. Those are the main ways you can get a little bit bigger bang.
And why may it be a little better to give an appreciated stock instead of cash?
All right, so if you've got a stock that you invested in and you've made money, you need to pay taxes on that profit you made unless you give that stock to charity. You get the donation for the full value of that stock, plus there's no tax on that gain. So you just deduct the tax on gain. Helped a client with this, giving money to her church yesterday. You can still itemize the value on your taxes, so you're getting kind of like a double tax donation. You get the deduction for the donation, plus you escape the tax on the gain. Thing is, you just need to make sure the charity can accept the stock or appreciated assets. So if they don't have a brokerage account, you can't do it. But most charities will have that set up.
Okay, but it's always good to double check that.
You want to check in advance.
Okay, good to know.
Definitely.
Why should we establish a charitable trust?
So a charitable trust can do a couple things. If you've, again, got that appreciated asset and eventually you want to go to charity, but you'd like some income today, then you can sell those assets without the tax consequences, turn that into an income, and have that money income coming to you in a very favorable way. You can use a charitable lead trust or charitable remainder trust. Those are flip sides of the same thing. If you've got a whole lot of income you don't need, the charitable lead trust gives that income to the charity, but the principal comes back to you at the end. The charitable remainder trust, the remainder goes to the charity. So if you need that income now, you get the income as long as you need it, but when you pass away, the principal goes to the charity. And using those trusts, if you've got some of those really appreciated tech stocks that have just been taken off, that might be a way to turn those tech stocks into an income and also help out a charity.
So how can an employee take advantage of donations through their employer?
Well, and this is a great one where I'm with Ameriprise, and so if I give to different folks, they will match that contribution dollar for dollar, and this is very common with big companies, and most will have some type of matching campaign, so you get double the dollars or half again. Also, convenience of payroll deductions. I can just have it set up where I want so much each payroll to go through, and it takes it right off the top of my paycheck. And having those campaigns, it used to be United Way was the only one or the big one, but there's so many different workplace campaigns. A lot of folks just don't realize they got that available to them.
Okay, so you need to do your homework before then and just find out who can do a QCD, which is a qualified charitable distribution.
Yes, and this is one of my favorites. Now, there are some restrictions. First off, you do need to be age 70 and a half or older. So none of us sitting here, but some of our viewers can see it, but you got to be over age 70 and a half. You must have assets in a traditional IRA. 401k doesn't count, 403b doesn't count. The check from that IRA must be made payable to the charity. So you can't get the check and hand it to them. Or you can get a check made payable to the charity, but it can't be made payable to you. It is not an itemized deduction, but it comes right off the top. So normally a disbursement from an IRA would be taxable income, but if it goes to the charity, it's just removed right off the top of it, and it does count towards any required minimum distributions you need to take. So if you got money you want to send to a charity, you can take it out of the IRA. IRA money has to be taken out. You have to pay taxes on it unless you give it to charity. And so, if you've got money in your IRA and you want to go to your local pet shelter and you're over 70 and a half, have the check made to the pet shelter, and Baxter will be happy about that.
I guess he would be.
I think a lot of dogs will be happy about that. Will, thank you as always. If you need more information from Will, we have the info right there on your screen, wrogers.info, and a number to call.
Thank you, Will.
Thanks, Will.
Yes.
And Baxter. Thank you,
And
buddy.
Baxter, yes.
Happy.
Our first.